Yikes, folks! We are here. Spicy Boys TV podcast episode 0. I'm here with Guido's Warehouse to give y'all a little bit of content, a little bit of value. You know, we have two other guests. They're running a little bit late due to mismanagement of their time. But what's up, Weed? Talk to me, man. What's
What's
going
up,
on?
man? What's going on, Ernie? What's up, guys? It's Weedle with Weedle's Warehouse. Appreciate you having me on the channel. Excited to get into some of the stuff that went down during our time in Japan. Yeah, man, it's good times. Looking forward to it.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, I wanted to get the recap from the people that were like on the ground floor and kind of just hear your story like about why you decided to go and like go to Japan for the event and yeah, like kind of what was your strategy? Was it more like a tourist trip to enjoy like the collecting and the vibe? Was it like a business trip? I'm sure you wrote it off as a business trip, but like well, how did you look at it personally? Like and then also I was gonna ask you like what kind of stuff was unexpected, because I would imagine going to such a culture shock. You like I don't know. I just kind of want to hear the story from your perspective.
Yeah, so originally wanted to get into to this trip to Worlds because I had never been to any World Championship before, and I heard it was going to be in Japan for the first time ever. Me and my wife had always wanted to go to Japan, so this was an opportunity to actually go to Worlds for the first time to potentially meet up with some other people in the hobby, and yeah, I mean, obviously a good business opportunity too. All the networking that would go down there. Um, but yeah, we heard it was in Japan, and right away we did the research to find out what it would take to get over there. Booked a hotel pretty quickly. It was probably about 8 months prior, but yeah. So we were just looking forward to hitting up the Pokemon World Championship for the first time. Check out Japan. We did some tourist activity stuff, and then yeah, just like I said, some networking. I have one of my suppliers over in Japan that I wanted to meet up with for the first time. They supply a good portion of my Japanese sealed product, so I was able to meet up with them for the first time, build that business relationship, and make a lot of other good connections that I otherwise wouldn't have been able to, because a lot of the people that have never been to the U.S. before were present at World Championships. So people from other countries, like met some good guys from New Zealand, one guy from Sweden. Shout out Martin. Shout out Sean. Ended up making some really good friends there. And then, yeah, there's a little meetup for those of you that are in the E4 community. They had a little meetup there as well. So there's a pretty good turnout for that. They just booked a room that was pretty close to the convention center over in Yokohama. And yeah, I got together, just chilled with all the E4 members for a couple hours. And yeah, just pretty much spent our time checking out Tokyo. I didn't realize how huge Tokyo was. So we were
Oh yeah.
stationed pretty much in Yokohama for the whole time, but we would do day trips to Tokyo and back. So Tokyo is about a 45-minute ride on train to get to there from Yokohama. So we would go to Akihabara. I don't know how to if I'm saying that correctly, and check out the card shops there. It's where a lot of the anime shops are, the card shops. It's a really cool little district. If you're a nerd card guy like we are, it's right up your alley. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. Probably gonna have trouble recapping everything, but yeah, just let me know what you want me to go over, and I'll break it down for you as best I can.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. No, I was trying to pull up the pictures you sent me. Let me see if I can yeah, so I think that should work. Let me know if you guys could see.
Yeah,
It's
so
kind of small, but
that's that little district I was talking about,
uh-huh.
Akihabara. A lot of the anime shops there. As soon as we walked out of the JR train station, there was just a huge Namco shop right in front of us, and then Card Rush was next door, and then there was three other
Hmm.
card shops, MTG. I forget the names of the other one, Dragon something, that were pretty much within walking distance of that shop right there. It was pretty cool going into those card shops. That's I think those are the One Piece World Championship trophies. Those were awesome. Getting to see those in person. So we went up to it was like the fourth floor of one of the shops there, and there were people playing One Piece there, and those trophies were on display, the ones that you just showed. And yeah, they
Oh,
pretty
I'll go
much
back.
decked out Yokohama like those love disc all over
Yeah,
the.
this is insane, dude. Like, yeah, this would be so super cool. Like, how big was this thing? Like, was that a bounce house?
Yeah, pretty much. So
Oh,
this was
sick.
in Yokohama. So yeah, that was probably about 30 feet high. I mean, you can see over on that far left bottom corner. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah. Look at the
down
people right here. You can see.
there. Yeah. But they had a couple of those. That was near the Red Brick District or the Red Brick Warehouse. And then yeah, they had these little Pokegenic is what they call them. Those little those arts that were posted up on the walls, little Manathees there. They had some Onyx and Geodudes. It was just pretty much everywhere. They decked out the whole city of Yokohama, so you could
Yeah,
go
that's
around and
insane.
take pictures. And that was
Like
inside
this,
the
bro. I saw.
mall.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. That's fire. Th- Especially this one, I like a lot. They killed it.
Yeah, yeah, that was incredible. There was quite a few people
Oh, there
once
you are.
Thursday came around, lining up to take pictures with those photos, those little murals on the wall. A lot of
That's
people came
fire.
in for Worlds. Yokohama filled up pretty quickly as we got towards. So the World Championship itself started on Friday, but people started packing into Yokohama pretty quickly around Thursday.
Oh, that's so dope that they put it on the pillar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so those little they call them Pokegenics. They had a little map where you could go around Yokohama and find all of them and take pictures with them if you wanted to.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that pass right there, that was offered by there was only one train station that was offering them. It's a day pass that you would use to get on the train, and it was the Manata Marai station that was actually right under the hotel where we stayed. If you wanted to get it, they only gave out a limited amount of copies every day, so you had to get up at the butt crack of dawn and go wait in line. So I got up at 6 a.m. one morning, and the line was already coming out the train station onto the street, and I think they had already run out. Like I didn't even bother waiting in line for it. I checked my phone on eBay, and they were going for like $50 for both of them. So I was like, yeah, I'd rather just pay $50 than wait 4 hours in this line to get this train card. It would have been cool if I could have gotten my hands on it easily. Like that would have been a cool experience and thing to remember, but it just wasn't worth the time waiting for it. But they handed them out. I think it was 4 days in a row that they were handing those out. But they went really quickly.
Can we grade these, bro? What are we doing? These
I
look
mean, I'm sure
sick,
Beckett will, right?
bro.
There's
The
got
one
to
on
be
the
at least
right
one of
looks.
them that would.
The one on the right has all the starters. That's dope. I like phone cards, man.
Yeah, and they had these little art exhibits like that. I had to zap that picture. Shinji Kanda.
Hmm. It's just like a big version of the art.
Yeah, exactly. They
That's
had
awesome.
a display several artists with it like that. That one was my favorite. But
Oh, 1 second. We got a wild slug has appeared. Gasp.
What up,
What's up,
Wheel?
dude?
what's going on,
What up,
Jake?
You got
Nasty?
Jake Smith, man. Jake Smith in the house. What's up, Jake?
I just sprinted back from the post office, so got the cardio in for the day. What y'all up to?
Well, just to catch you up, Guido's telling me about like the different pictures and kind of breaking down some of the pictures he sent me and some of the like just things he saw in Japan.
Okay. Yeah, these exhibits are sick.
Dude, I need to buy one of those. I need one of those oversized. Like, please, somebody auction the EX Pikachu one, the one that looks like a bus stop. Like, you know what I'm talking about? That glass one. I
Oh
need
yeah,
that, bro. Bro, I need that. I need that at the house. You just walk in, it's a giant Pikachu card, like on a slab holder. Like that's insane. What do you think that goes for? Let me see, like something like this. Like if Guido's like, yo, I want that. How much is that? I don't know.
Too
You're
much.
probably better off just buying a sticker and doing it yourself or something than like trying to buy the one that Pokemon made. But I digress. All right. Oh, this isn't Pokemon, dude.
Yeah, I know you're big into Street Fighter, so I zapped that and I was like, Ernie would appreciate this life size.
That's
How do you
Ryu.
Ryu?
Yeah, dude, that's fire. Yeah. Okay, okay. So was that flowers?
Yeah, well, they weren't real, but
Yikes.
yeah, little yellow fake plastic flowers. That was a pretty cool display. That was stationed in the Queens Mall.
The little flowers. That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a question for you. So tell me about this lottery because I know you got a SIG. Do you have it? Do you have your SIG with you, or is it closed or no?
Yeah, I can pull it up here.
Okay. Yeah, so Guido, you were lucky, man. You got a real nice SIG. Wait, hold on. How do I make you?
Yeah, so they had a lottery for two different signature signings. One was Ishihara, one was Masuda. And Masuda was definitely the more popular. Everyone wanted to get Masuda's autograph when compared to Ishihara. So you would have to wait in line, and once you got into the front of the line, you roll the dice, and if you roll the 6, then they would give you a wristband with a time slot for the signing. And if you didn't roll a 6, you're able to get back in line. They would permit you to get back in line up until they had to like shut it down. It was only like a 2-hour window that they were doing it, and there's probably at least 100 people in line, so it took a while to get back up to the front. So I rolled a 1 on the first try, got back in line, and rolled a 1 again. And then I was like, yeah, screw this. I'm not getting back in line. My wife ended up rolling a 6 on her second try. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. We'll just stick with one Masuda's signature. So she got a wristband. The next day we showed up. She got in line, and then we got this signed right here. They wouldn't sign anything personal. They just gave you this little Yokohama postcard. And yeah, this was Masuda's signature. Ishihara
They didn't let you get a card. You couldn't sign a card. You couldn't pull up with a Lugia.
Right.
Like, hey, sign this.
Exactly.
That's still insane, dude. That's really cool. You should probably frame that or something. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I was wanting to check out to see if PSA graded stuff that large. I remember, I mean, it's pretty much the size of some of the jumbo cards, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
That playmat's super sick too.
Oh yeah, that was one of the playmats that was offered at the world's Pokemon exclusive Pokemon Center store. But that one was
those are expensive. I think people want like $125 for that.
Yeah, I ended up finding a vendor. There were people selling outside of the actual World Championship, just like right along the hallway as you would walk in. They were just like selling the merch that you'd pick up from the World Championship Pokemon Center. And so I ended up picking up this one for the equivalent of $64. I was happy paying that. I was like, yeah. Because as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, I need that play mat. But it was very limited. The people that got in first to the World Championship Pokemon Center, they're the first ones to get it. It got sold out pretty quickly.
So talk to me about this picture right here. What are we working with right here?
Yeah, that was some sushi. We went to the Tsujiki Fish Market in Tokyo. It's kind of a pretty famous spot for, it's like a big fish market where they auction fish off. They weren't auctioning by the time that we got there, but they have a bunch of little side markets with sushi, all different kinds of seafood. I got some oysters. They also have like A5 Wagyu beef, just like some of the best beef you've ever had. You kind of choose what little platter you want, and they just cook it up for you. Or if it's like a sushi in this case, they just serve it to you like that over some rice. That was one of the restaurants that we went into for sushi. Got some tuna there.
Sick. Yeah, that looks insane. Look at this, dude.
Jeez.
Best part about this picture is Buddy back here playing Game Boy Color. Super focused, dude. Super focused.
Probably playing Pokemon Go. There's a lot of people playing Pokemon Go there. Big events going on for Worlds.
Pretty sure this guy's wanted. He's like hiding his face. But anyway, that's nutty. I could never eat. That looks like Dragon Ball Z like food. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it looks like something out of an anime. It's like all square and little, so funny.
Yeah, going
Look
back
at
to that
this.
signing, they Ishihara was also signing, but he like got up and left about an hour through his signing, and there's still like a bunch of people in line. So I know a lot of people were kind of upset that he just pieced out like
So
that.
is that him right there?
That's Masuda.
Oh, that's Masuda. Okay, yeah. But so how did it work? So she got the lottery and then she was able to go up there and then there was a lot of people waiting, rolling the dice. Like, is that how it works?
The first event or the first line where you rolled the dice and got a wristband, that happened on Friday, and then the signing itself happened on Saturday. So
that's insane. Oh, I see.
yeah,
So
she
it's two
rolled the
different
dice
things.
and rolled a 6, and then got that wristband. The wristband had the time slot that Masuda was doing the signings. So we came back the next day and just got in line again and got his autograph.
Dude, I don't know, but I like that SIG so much. Like with that's so collectible. Like, I don't know. I really, really like it. I love that art. And is Masuda like a common SIG? I guess I haven't done much research, but like, does he sign a lot?
Yeah, I'm not heavy into the signature collecting. I'm not sure how common he is. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's the video game developer. He's credited with the music for all of the games up through Let's Go Pikachu.
Oh, wow.
So
wow. Oh, and he put the little notes. Look, he put the little notes in the SIG. Damn, dude, that's actually a grail, bro. Will you take 200? So I got a question. Talk to me about this trade. Let's get to the Pokemon, bro. The people are here. We waited for Kai long enough. Let's get to the Pokemon, baby.
Yeah, so I bought.
Talk to me about this trade.
I brought quite a few slabs and then quite a few raw singles, and I brought some of my modern Japanese booster boxes, hoping to just get a little trades in while I was there. I ran into an E4 member. His name was Sean from New Zealand. Shout out Sean if you ever come and watch this. And he was like, "Yeah, I've got some Japanese booster boxes I might be down to trade for." So we went inside the convention, and there's a area that was dedicated for trades only. So there was a lot of tables set up for people that wanted to play the TCG just casually against each other, and then there's areas for trading. And so we posted up there, and he went through my slabs, like you can see in that back part of the picture. And he had, the Ultra Shiny GX, then Shining Legends Japanese. He had the Best of XY box and CP6. And so he went through some of my slabs and pulled out what he would be interested in. And then we kind of looked up the market values and made a trade happen. I ended up trading for the Ultra Shiny GX and then a box of CP6 and Shining Legends, and then Best of XY. He ended up taking.
So did you take this card? Did you grab this box? Like, this is what you took home, all of these 5 boxes?
So the Ultra Shiny GX, the CP6, and then the Japanese Shining Legends. The Yokohama box was one that I had brought from home. I brought a Yokohama box to Yokohama, Japan. So yeah, I pretty much brought sand to the beach.
For real. Okay, so we got Kai, straight live from Australia. You know him, you love him. Kai Oak Bacon. Welcome to the stream. Let's go.
Hello, I'm Vertical.
What's good? What's goody? How are you?
Hello, morning. Tired. How are you?
6
Wheel,
a.m.
Jake,
I don't know,
how are
but what's up, bro? You looking right.
What's going on, Kai?
My guy. Sheesh. Your hair is long as hell, man.
I bought some plushies.
Oh. So, all right, dude, the gang's out here. So what's up, Kai? You went to Japan, right? Didn't you go?
I did. We spent 2 weeks there. We did the opposite to Weedle. We stayed in Tokyo and did some day trips to Yokohama. It was fun. It was hot. It was humid. Is that the kind of weather you've got there at the moment, Weedle? That kind of shitty, hot, humid weather?
I thought it was going to be good to go because I come from Florida, Tampa, Florida, and it's already hot and humid here. So I was like, yeah, there's no way Japan's going to be anything compared to Florida, but it actually was a little bit worse.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I guess it's just with the humidity, it makes it feel way hotter there in Japan. So as soon as you walk out the door, you're pretty much sweating. I didn't realize it was that bad there.
No, it was good fun. Just did a lot of shopping around Tokyo, really. I didn't get down to Yokohama to see much of the lottery stuff or the World Championship, but we went in there for one day after the event finished, I think on the 14th, just to look at all the murals and have a look around, and we just spent most of our time in Tokyo and then went out to Mount Fuji.
So is this Tokyo right here?
I can't say shit.
I know, it's like super small. I don't know
It's
why.
not Australia.
It's not Australia. Yeah, Shinjuku. Either Shinjuku or Akihabara. I just did a lot of walking.
How much money did you put into the slot machines?
Only that first $10, and then when I got a character.
Who's this nerd? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that was
Who's
funny.
this guy?
That was the first day we went to Akihabara. I went and just because it had these machines, like these gambling machines everywhere throughout the streets. Every store had these, like, you put in 1,000 yen and you are not going to get an Iono, you're going to get a Altaria AR. But then we left there after I lost my 1,000 yen, and I saw a guy walking past on a phone, like live streaming. I was like to my wife, pretty sure that's like a pillar of the hobby. So I went back and said hello to him. That's Mr. Fuji, and he was incredibly lovely. Like, ended up running into him 3 times and had a good chat each time, and he was super nice. So that's
I like him. No, I'm just
hard to hang out with you scrubs.
Now, Mr. Fuji sounds super nice. I actually like that video he did with Radar a lot. It seemed like they were both just fucking chilling, you know?
And I ran into him into
cool,
this.
chill guy.
There's this pretty. Did you go into that pretty high end shop in Akihabara, Weedle? There was like the showcase shop.
I'm pretty sure I went to all of them. I didn't see those gold stars like that, though.
Oh, this one was like, it was a small room, and there was a big glass case in the middle with probably like 500 OG Blue Eyes and then like 500 Dark Magicians, and all around the walls they had pretty much every single Japanese PSA 10, heaps of gold stars, every play promo, everything.
Yeah, I must have missed that one then.
I'm not sure if, I think Mr. Fuji's got something to do with it. I think he said he had some cards on display in there, but it was tough though, because like it was mostly graded and it was like high prices. I don't think they were actually like trying to sell anything. They were just more a display shop. But they had raws, but I'm never going to buy raws at 9 prices or like almost 10 prices when they've got graded stuff in there. It was cool to see.
Like this, like stuff like this, like more higher end stuff.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, they had everything. They had all the high end Japanese cards. And Card Rush.
Look at this.
Card Rush was just so expensive. You couldn't buy anything from there.
Mm-hmm. Huh. So, what? Oh, that's fine. Let's see what else you got here. Hopefully, you didn't send me any like. Look, this is insane.
They had an entire wall of no rarity Charizards. Like it was crazy.
So these owners, they seem like they're pretty good at flexing.
Yeah, basically. Okay. Flex shop. Yeah, I was. I didn't learn about them. Like I knew about animation cells and stuff, and I really should have started looking for them earlier. But I found one Sailor Moon animation cell, and then ended up finding a shop in Nakano that had heaps of Dragon Ball Z ones. Well, they had heaps of them, but it was the end of my day, and I left. But I ran back to try and get them on the last day, and they were shut. So next time I go, I'm definitely going to be picking up more like original sketches and animation cells. I was a no.
I think you could have saved
the $6.
I think you could have saved the $6 here. Me personally, I think $6 for a no rarity Magneton is Like this is what Kai went to Japan for, to buy destroyed LOP Blue Eyes PSA 1 play.
Sealed Toy Story,
Cool,
that
cool.
has, I think that has a lot of room to run.
Yeah.
What is this, bro? So you bought a lot of PVC.
I didn't buy those. That was $7,000 for that bottom one. So he had folders of these. These are like the original sketches and cells and Dugas and stuff from when they to make the Dragon Ball Z show. These are like the original sketches they made to animate it. And they
Oh, you got a Grail. I forgot about this.
Yeah, it's probably like a PSA 4, but it was cheap. It was like $450 US after tax back, which is pretty nice.
Kai, were you able to get into the Pokemon Center, the world's Pokemon Center?
No, I didn't get. The only thing I got was the final day Pikachu parade to watch all the Pikachus and costume dudes run down the street.
Did you get in there, Weedle?
Yeah,
No,
actually, I squeaked in there somehow.
Oh, the Pokemon Center?
Yeah.
Nice. Was there much left? Because they didn't have the decks there, did they? It was just like all the other stuff and the skateboards.
The decks were still available. So when you walked into the Pokemon Center, they would give you tickets, and you had the option of up to 5 tickets. For each ticket was a exclusive item for the Pokemon Center store.
Right.
And I ended up getting a ticket for the world's deck, but that was it. That was all that was left once I made it there. All like so the backpack was a hot item, the skateboard obviously, so you couldn't get a ticket for those because they were all sold out.
Yeah, okay. I ended up jumping. I was going to Jake Smith. And I ended up just jumping on Macari when they dropped and was buying. Had to get a VPN because you can't use like Yahoo. You can't use Buy in Japan. So I had to get a VPN on the phone to say that I wasn't in Japan so I could buy stuff. I did want to grab some, but
My fort.
So yeah, you'd pick up this deck. It was like $35, but yeah, limited to 1. Everyone thought they were going to run out pretty quickly, but they actually ended up having quite a bit of supply, even at the end of like Sunday, which was the last day that the Pokemon Center was open. They still had them available. So
yeah, the prices of those have been dropping a lot. I probably paid too much for what I did.
Yeah, I probably paid too much. Put it back on the screen, Reader. Let me see that. Let me see it. Yeah, that was one of the most popular items for sure. I think I bought a couple, but yeah, I probably overpaid. But it's not gonna matter, bro. Look at Pikachu. He's eating noodles. It's Noodle Chew. We're good.
Yeah, in the end, there's not going to be enough supply. Typical
Correct.
Japanese print run of anything.
I went back to Akihabara on the last day. And a few of the shops had the decks in stock in the shops, but they were like 37,000 yen or something. So like $280 US. But there's a lot of scams on Macari of wording it really weird that they've removed the promo but didn't really tell you. Yeah, they're cool. It was fun. I had a good time. I ate lots of noodles.
Just like Pikachu.
Yes.
they had these old made.
Oh, you bought
the new releases available at the standard Pokemon centers. I got these from the Yokohama Pokemon Center that was just a couple miles down the street from where we were staying. Some other cool merch. This was from the world's Pokemon Center store. Sweet little ball cap. And you got some play mats, Yokohama. There were 3 different play mats that you could get. They were first limiting them to 2 per person, but ended up by the end of the worlds, they increased it to 10 play mats per person.
I didn't have room to bring much back. So we took a 2-year-old with us, so like our bags were just jam-packed with stuff to keep him entertained.
I was going to ask how you even had room in your backpack to buy anything.
When you walked into the Pokemon Center store that was exclusive to the World Championship, they handed you these two huge bags that you could just stuff full of whatever you wanted.
Perfect.
And then they had a huge supply of plushies, t-shirts, a lot of the really cool t-shirts. Obviously, the sizes sold out pretty quickly if you wanted like a large. But yeah, t-shirts, and then they had a skateboard that was the Team Rocket skateboard. I'm not sure if you saw that one, Ernie. That one was pretty cool. And then the World skateboard obviously sold out really quickly.
Did they say what the Rocket skateboard was out of? Is that like an out of 1,500 one, or?
They didn't say. There was plenty of it available, even when I got into the Pokemon Center there. So
yeah, it looked huge. I remember on the first day, like Charlie Hurtlocker did like a walkthrough live stream, and like it looks like they handled it pretty well. Like there wasn't like tons of people in there, and it was pretty well spaced out. Tons of inventory.
Yeah, so they were doing time slots that you would go in. I think that's how they kept it from being too busy. There was a couple points people were sending pictures of it absolutely flooded.
Yeah, right.
I'm not sure, because what would happen is if you got a wristband to go into the exclusive Pokemon Center, you could take up to 4 of your friends.
You're right.
Or maybe it was 3 of your friends for a total of 4. So that's how a lot of the people were getting in. That's how I got in as a +1. I didn't win the lottery originally, so ended up going in with a couple of guys from E4. Shout out Pokemon Flying Master and Admiral. Thanks a bunch for letting me tag along with you guys. We went and did some shopping at the Pokemon Center, and then when we came out, they were talking to these 2 guys, just kind of casually, just chilling, talking, and the 2 guys left, and they were like, you know who that was, right? And I was like, no. And they were like, that's Dubsy and Mr. Fuji. I was like, oh, no way.
Nice, bro. Yeah. Oh, you met Dubsy? Did you take a picture? All right, let's reveal his identity, dude. Come on, let's get some subscribers,
The
dude.
doxing of Dubsy, only here.
I didn't. I mean, I thought about it, but I wouldn't really have much in common with the guy. I mean, what am I gonna say when I go up to Dubsy? Like, did you see that new Pikachu V Max, man? That thing's sick.
Yeah. Maybe like can't wait for your museum that you're gonna opens up. Be first in line.
What do you guys think about these? What do you guys think about these trophy cards?
Yeah,
I feel this one's better. I like the art on this one more than the trophy cards. Like, am I dusted? Like, I just think it's a cooler card.
The texture. I really like this one.
Yeah, and the legendaries, the color, the lighting, like everything.
The little stamp.
In 5 of the decks, and all the centering was a bit questionable, so it's a bit rough. The art's cool though, and the texture's nice.
I think I got lucky, honestly, because everyone's telling me nightmare stories, but I think I just got lucky with mine. So, yes, thankfully. All right, so explain to me this picture right here, Kai. Small Japan bars, big dub.
So I came home from shopping in Akihabara late one night. I was on Discord with Charlie. I was just taking around a bunch of shops, having a few drinks. And when I get back, I was staying in this little alley. Next to me, it's so hard to tell, like, things in Japan are weird. Like, things don't open, most things don't open till 11 a.m. or like 12 noon. And their kind of opening hours are like, lunchtime till midnight. So even things like you see real estates and lawyers' offices and all these sorts of things open till midnight, and they're in there working still. Like coffee shops around us, coffee shops didn't open till 11 a.m. And they're like open from like 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. sort of thing. So I got home, I was walking back, and I saw that the shop next to us had opened up, and it was actually a little bar. And so I just went in there and was having a chat to the lady behind the bar and had a couple of drinks. And then it was like a four-seater. There was only like 4 seats in this bar. And she's like, "Oh, I'll go up," like a little staircase. She's like, "I'll go upstairs. The boys are like playing music." And so I went up the staircase, and there was just a couple of guys up there watching one dude. He was like DJing some like weird electronic funk music. Yeah, just ended up chatting to them and having a couple of drinks, and ended up being a silly night. I don't quite remember going home, and I left my phone there. So the whole next day, they didn't open until 9 p.m. So I had to wait till 9 p.m. the next day to go back there. And I walked in, she's like, "Oh, all your stuff's here." And I was like, "Oh fuck." But yeah, it was fun.
Your gold stars,
So,
your
hold on.
phone, all your DBZ.
Hold on. So this was the last photo you took with your phone before you lost it?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Big
Man,
W.
bro, I need this. This is what I need. We need to go back to Japan. And we need to find a way to Italian job this thing back to the United States.
How
That
many
was a
layers
serious
is that?
setup on the side of the road. We saw him taking it down on our way back from the sushi restaurant, and there was like 5 people working on taking it down. That thing was huge.
It's probably just acrylic panels, right? And stickers, I would imagine, right? It has to be.
Yeah. But there was like 4 panels, and that picture was taken in front of all of them. So they all kind of come together to make that art. It was really cool.
Pretty sick.
Trying to pull out the other pictures because before we couldn't see them well, but I think that this will look a little better. So this is like the Mecca, right? This is the spot to be for all the anime and all the card stuff.
Yeah, Akihabara.
Apparently, Osaka is actually a bit bigger than Akihabara in terms of card shops, but you have to take a bullet train to get down there. It's a bit of a journey.
Yeah, I wanted to do Osaka, maybe Kyoto. We were thinking about doing a bullet train there. We got the JR pass, but ended up not doing it. Just there's so much to see in Tokyo itself. I feel like, we hardly even scratched the surface.
This is insane. How much you want for that, Weedy?
I don't know, man. You coming to Charlotte Collecticon? We'll work something out.
All right, yeah. Trade you for my CGC 9.5s or something.
Oh,
you met SM
no
Black, dude. I met this guy
Power.
and whoa, big guy. Big snake on the. Oh, look at this. I know we've seen this already, but I just want to see them with better quality. Well, so I guess my question to you guys is, are you happy that you went? Do you feel like it was plus UV? I know you're probably going to make money with the stuff you bought, but on a personal level, was it a hassle to get there? Was the traveling annoying, or overall, was it very worth it? And would you do it again if you had to?
Typically, flying from Australia is pretty easy. Like, you hop on the plane at 9 p.m. and you get in at 6 a.m. So it's not a hassle. The main airport, the airport's like an hour from my house. So it should have been easy, but then our flight got delayed 13 hours. We had to fly during the day with a 2-year-old, so it wasn't ideal, but it was all right. It's pretty easy to get there from Australia, and I think it's a lot cheaper than flying. I think Radar told me his flights were like $2,000 or $3,000 or something, which is crazy. Where ours is like $700. So it's definitely worth it to get over there. It's pretty cheap. That's my 3rd time in staying in Tokyo. I've been over there a couple of times. So in terms of going over there, because we went over a family holiday and also sourcing some stuff, but there just wasn't much Pokemon to buy that I found. Did you find much Pokemon that's actually worth buying, Weedle? Or
No, yeah, you're right. As far as the shops themselves, didn't find a whole lot. I bought a few of some more modern stuff, like Pokemon 151. That was what I thought was good prices.
That's pretty much it. All the cheaper modern stuff was good to buy, but I didn't find any huge leaks. I found a few Pikachu promos, but it wasn't abundant. I ended up buying 90% of what I spent my money on was Dragon Ball Z, basically, and Sailor Moon. I bought a lot of vintage Dragon Ball Z and a lot of vintage Sailor Moon. That was a good find. You could, if you scoured through the Mandrakes and looked through all their binders, there was good stuff in there. Just not.
Do you sell Sailor Moon ever, or you just knew it was the condition versus what you were paying? It just made sense to buy.
I've opened one those white boxes. I opened a Sailor Moon white box and graded some of the prisms, and they did end up selling pretty well. I think I sold those prisms for a bit over $200 each. And so when I'm opening the boxes, it's expensive to get those minty prisms. So I literally bought I would have bought 300 like Dragon Ball Z prisms and probably 150 Sailor Moon prisms because I was buying for like $1 to $5 each. So you couldn't, the way they were set up there, like they had them in these plastic, like sealed plastic sleeves. So it was hard to see the condition, but I just looked at the backs, and if they had no like whitening, I just bought all of them because like I'd be able to sell raw. But yeah, definitely worth. Like I just picked up everything. Like I went to every Mandrake, which is like a big secondhand store, and one of their floors is like trading cards. So I went to every single one in Tokyo. I think there was like 7 or 8, and literally cleaned out every single one of every single Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Like I went crazy on
this right here. This is what
So
you're talking about.
that's the vintage Dragon Ball Z. That's like the Cardass Honda, and there was some Super Battle. They're all like the 1989 to 1995 sets. I bought, stacks that. There was heaps of Sailor Moon's the same things, like these Cardass prisms. I cleaned out every shop with all these Cardass prisms, and they were all super minty. So I'm going to send them all to PSA. They're not going to be super liquid, but like the margins on them are pretty high.
I got a question.
Right.
I bought this.
Why you didn't buy the trophy Kangastan? Are you broke?
Yeah, a little bit. I just spent all my money on ramen, so I couldn't grab that one.
How much was it listed for?
Card Rush, I think it was like 80. It was like 86K or something.
Yikes.
Card Rush was stupid expensive. I think I was seeing a picture. They had like piles. Like there would have been like 20 plus of every Poncho Pika and Pika promo like there, but the price was stupid. It was like almost 10 price, and you could tell that one played. I'm not sure what they're doing. Might have jacked prices up for Worlds while everyone was there, but no,
Right.
like
Right.
I spent 95% of the money not on Pokemon. Like I bought a bunch of Worlds decks on Macari while I was there, and then I bought like Worlds decks in the shops. But
Were you able to find any of the world's decks in the shops while you were there?
on the last day I was. On the first day I went to Akihabara, I wasn't. But the last day
Right here, look. Boom.
I found
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's actually a good price too.
Yeah, like that's what I'm buying for in Macari as well. But I bought a few decks on Macari that I don't think are going to come with the promos. So when I found them in the shop, I was like, crap. I just opened them in the shop and checked out the promos and bought them. So,
yeah, they were selling them outside of the Worlds. So there was like a. Did you go up into the area that was like right before you walked into the convention center that you had to have a badge to get into?
I went up there the day after the show, so it was all kind of like cleared out, but there wasn't anything there anymore.
Yeah, there were a lot of vendors out in that area for the first day and for Saturday, and then somebody got their binder stolen, and so the police came and cleared everybody out and said that you couldn't trade there anymore. But yeah, there was some.
This is the picture for me, bro. This picture is insane. My bad, Weedy. Didn't mean to cut you off. I'm blown away by this picture. Like just
and there was
like
15 of those cabinets in this room, just full of high-end slabs. Everything was 10. Or there was just like walls of raw cards of like the rarest cards. It's crazy.
Yeah, because I see like Battle Festas down here and ponchos and a bunch of crystals and Masakis. Like, yeah, this is insane. Last time I saw this many good cards was when I went to Guido's house.
So what were the prices on the World's decks at the place? After like what were they selling them for there?
They're like 35K yen. Yeah,
right. Okay. The ones I found in the shop were 33K yen and then like 37K yen. But if you went to like the right stores that were duty free, you could get like your 10% tax back as well, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the World's Deck Pikachu is what they're talking about, by the way.
But I've definitely bought a couple of Macari. They're going to come with no promo, so I'll see if I can get some money back for them. Otherwise, it'll be a bit of an L.
Well, I mean, y'all told y'all's story. Now, me and Jake Smith are going to tell our story. Now, here's the thing. You guys went to Japan, okay? But who really got more value? Y'all spent $47,000 to go and didn't bring back a skateboard. I'm confused if y'all are even real flippers. Thoughts? I will say this: it was Kai that put us on. Respect, Kai. Appreciate you for the extra $1,000. I'm just blown away how like I remember thinking like when this so the skateboards, basically the way they work, for people that don't know, it's they were only 500, and then there was also kind of a lottery to even get in the Pokemon Center, right? And they were doing 100 every day for 5 days. So every day they would drop 100. So you had to be one of the first 100 people in, and then buy it. And retail was 250. So Kai, how was the story, Jake? Kai told you like, oh, these are limited, or how did it go?
Yeah, like I was like super exhausted in an airport, and I was talking to Kai on Discord, and he was like, "There's these skateboards, they're coming out," and I'm like, "Skateboards? What are you talking about? Like the bear walkers?" And he's like, "Yeah, the bear walkers." And he's like, "You got to be on and ready to get some. Like they're probably going to drop for like around $750,000. I would probably buy for one, just for the skateboard." And I was like, "Okay, I'll keep my eyes open for that." And then they started dropping for around like $400 to $500. So we started scooping them, and that's kind of the end of the story. Not much to say other than why were they selling for?
No, that's not the story. So, all right. So here's what happened. Here's the real story. So Jake Smith PayPal's me $500, and he tells me, I'm on a plane. I'm about to take off. Buy me a skateboard. I'm like, dude, just wait till you land. You're good. He's like, no, I'm not good. PayPal's me 500. I blew it on Mercari. That's just my default. So now I had a problem. I got to find these skateboards. So I ended up like just thinking about it. And then when I asked Guido if he can find them in Japan, he didn't seem like you didn't give me the vibes, Guido, that they were easy to pick up. Also, because you know what I mean? You would have just picked me one up if they were just readily available. So I'm like, hold on, there's only 500. You got to be the first 100 people in the Pokemon Center. And we're picking these up for double retail only. Like, this is too cheap. Like, why is a Japanese person, right, gonna go to the Pokemon Center, be first in line, buy it for $250, and then sell it to me for $400? Like they didn't even make money. They probably made $100. Like, it just felt too cheap. And it's just great to have friends, man. Because yeah, I don't know. I feel like y'all made me money.
Out of 500 is crazy. I didn't realize it was out of 500 to start with. Because I know a lot of the other ones. 500. Out of 1,000 or out of 5,000. But
I'll show you guys. I have it right here.
I don't know if I'm crazy or not, but I think it's the actual first serialized card comes with this too. Like one that actually says the number out of 500.
Yeah, it comes with a card also.
So all these people are like specking like, oh, what happens when serialized cards come to Pokemon? It's like, oh, well, there already is one. They're doing all these with Bear Walker, so we'll see what they do.
You can ship me my deck.
Hit me. It's just funny. Oh, go ahead, Kai. My bad.
No, I'm glad you got some.
Oh, what I was gonna say is that I guess I didn't really realize or give enough or put enough weight on the World Championship, especially being in Japan. You know, like I'm looking back at it, like when Pokemon 151 came out, I was like, oh, this is the coolest thing that's happened this year. No, the coolest thing that was going to happen this year was Worlds. And the fact that it was in Japan, I feel like if you were in this hobby since 2016 and you made 100K or more in the hobby and you didn't go to Worlds in Japan, like, I don't know. Like, I don't get it, honestly, because that's such an awesome cultural experience. You're back to the roots, bro. It's Pokemon in Japan, right? And then all the exclusive stuff they did. Look at all the cool promos. I guess I undervalued it, being that I'm new to the hobby, you know? Like, I thought, oh, like, it's just Worlds. And I kind of missed, it kind of went over my head how big of a deal it was. So, like, you guys are smart, man. I wish I would have gone. I feel like y'all definitely did the right thing by going, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. I wish I had gone. And then I guess my question is, what do you guys think about Hawaii? Like, Kai, we out? Hawaii's closer to you, right?
Yeah, no, not really. I've been to Hawaii before. I didn't like Hawaii as a place. It wasn't that great, so I won't be going to Hawaii.
Okay.
While everyone's Hawaii,
But
I'll go back and do
they'll
some
probably do some cool. They'll probably do some cool stuff for Hawaii, right? And like tropical mega battle shirts and take it back to the original.
Very expensive for me to get to Hawaii. Like if I return flights with the family, would be like almost 10K. Like it's stupid.
Okay, you're not going to Hawaii, but this is my point. This is where I'm getting at. I think we need to start looking at these world championships and as like more seriously, at least for me, you know, like having some money allocated for when that happens, you know, like no, we're dropping this much on this because this is like one of the coolest things that's gonna happen this year. And the fact that it was in Japan, dude, like it was such a no-brainer to go, such a no-brainer.
All you had to do is
Such a movie.
You had to do is black label your poncho, and you could have sold it and come to Japan. Why didn't you do it?
Yeah, I was 0.5. Yeah, I was 0.5 centering away from Japan, dude. Darkness. But it was OC. So Beckett, you're doing your thing, baby. Keep doing your thing. So you're good. That's well. I mean, I'm happy you guys came on. I'm down to just whatever talk about anything else that maybe we missed or something that you guys thought was cool. Jake Smith and I were trying to live vicariously through you guys, through the pictures and through the spending addiction. And I wish I could have made it, you know.
So we don't leave our homes, so it's nice living through people that do. So
yeah, I like the photo of Kai just walking around in Japan. Like that's my favorite thing to do in a new city is just kind of get lost, you know, take some photos.
Such an easy place to like get around. Like there's no matter where you are, there's probably a train station within like 100 meters of you, and the train they're so easy to jump on, jump off. It's like $1 every time you want to hop on, jump to a different station. Like it's super good to get around. Like you don't.
It's kind of confusing at first, like trying to figure out the train system. It was a nightmare for my wife and I for the first 2 days. It was like, is this the right train? Is the next one going to be the right one? Like kind of second guessing ourselves. We were using Google Maps and it was still kind of difficult. I don't know, but we eventually figured it out after the second day, and it was smooth sailing after that. But getting
bro, this is me right here. I would just be in the little towns, bro, in the cut with my camera, like like just enjoy.
Well, that's like my place there, and then next to me was like that little bar, and like you can't tell what things are because everything's just like tiny little buildings with doors, and then they open up, put their sign out, and then it's like. Next to me was like a ramen shop, and then opposite me was like 3 bars. You just can't tell. It's good fun. Yeah, I just go back to Japan. Like the last 2 times I went, I think I went both ways for like the cherry blossom seasons, and it was like the weather was beautiful. It was nice and fresh. I would never go at this time of year again. It was awful.
Were you able to find any Paradise Resort cards?
No. I did that last shop I went into, and I kind of regret it. They had 3. It was 2022. It was like the London's 2022 staff card, the World's Festival, Champions Festival. They had 3 staffs. I had a look at all 3 of them, and they were for a decent price. But it was just I'm just so sus in these shops so that they sell like high end 10s, and then they also sell like high end raws. It's just a bit weird. But no, I didn't see any of the Paradise Resort ones around. I'm not sure if they'd hit the shop.
I feel like the going rate for them on the floor, like the floor price stuck pretty close to like $12.50 USD.
For the packs?
Yeah, which is pretty high. I was like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Everyone's pricing in like price memory from last year. And
well, got people like Charlie and Gem Mint that are saying they'll buy every single one for $7.50. So I guess that's the floor. People can charge above that.
Is it weren't the other ones like from last year, the London ones, weren't those coming out at like $300 to $500 for a pack?
Did London just get slept on, dude? Because I feel like everything from London's undervalued.
Yeah. London stuff seems cheaper.
Yeah. But it's also Japan, so it kind of makes sense, but what you're saying, $1,200 for the pack, when I remember it being $400 or $500 for London, it seems insane to just want to drop that on the floor, like not seeing what's happening in the other markets online and I don't know. Seems sketchy. But
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely overlooked it a bit. I think that's my takeaway from this one, that the World Championship, even though it's not such a big deal to me because I'm more of a collector, grader, whatever, it's definitely a big deal to a lot of people. And just taking it more seriously and being more, I guess, aware. Like, we're not gonna have Kai in Hawaii next year. So like just being in the loop to know like what's gonna be released that's limited, and what's like, what are people really liking. Like just having Kai there and having Guido there, like reporting to us, was infinitely valuable, like. And it's not just the skateboard, it's just everything, like knowing not to overpay for decks, knowing not how to not get scammed or whatever. So
knowing not to drink too much in a small bar and leave your phone and grails behind.
Yeah.
I could have easily gone to Japan
happen
next year and done that exact thing. Now we're protected.
Yeah, man. I guess let me see if I have any other questions. What's up?
No, overall it was good fun. Japan's always fun. Just go in winter. Don't go in summer.
So we'll see you next year in Hawaii, Ernesto. Is that what I'm hearing?
Bro, I might have to go to Hawaii. I mean, little vacay. That could be fun.
Take Colson back.
Let me I guess the only other thing is Long Beach Collecticon is this weekend. Are y'all going, or anybody going?
I'm not going to make it, but Chavi's there representing me. We're good.
Yeah, I will not be there. I thought that was going to overlap with Japan and opted out of it. So I'll be in Charlotte, but no Long Beach for me.
Would have been pretty back to back for you, so that makes sense.
Charlotte's coming up soon.
There was actually a big collector event in Melbourne. It was on Saturday, so I got back Friday, and it was Saturday, Sunday down in Melbourne, which is like a 2-hour flight for me. And they actually had some signings and stuff down there, which would have been cool to go to, but I just couldn't swing getting off a plane and get back on.
This is the homies next weekend. Next weekend on their way to Collecticon.
The snakes are already on the plane on the way there, even before we arrived.
Kosi unbothered, just
like
printing,
covered in snakes, per the usual. Another normal day.
So in other good news, Charvy's in the United States. He's at Colson's house, and they're gonna be at LBC. So if you guys are there, definitely say hi to Charvy. He's the man. And yeah, man, I guess thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it. Definitely enjoyed the stories and everything. Is there anything else you guys want to say before we wrap it up? Like any shout outs? You want to plug your eBay real quick, or pump your skateboards? Now's the time.
Nah, man, appreciate you having me on. Good hanging out, good chatting Japan with you. Plug my eBay Live. Join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern.
For the best prices.
Best deals.
Yes, sir.
Best deals. And what's next for you, Kai? What's next for you? What are you doing today? You got to go to work or what?
No, don't work today. Hanging out with the son today. We're going to gym, and then that's it. Nothing else.
All right.
Maybe get a PSA.
All righty, guys.
Have fun.
Well, like us. Huh?
Bye. Have fun.
Oh yeah, peace, guys. Like and subscribe.
Bye,
Thank you, everybody. We're gonna call it. Yeah, I gotta call it. But y'all have a good day. Peace out, guys.
See ya.